Hey, 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 how's everybody today? I'm Kathryn Wilking and welcome to Feng Shui Fridays. I've got something new to show you today is crystals and that energy work. I promised you that I was going to do that. So I brought some props again today. Alrighty. So a Feng Shui crystal, officially, is round. Okay, so there you are. And you can see this one is very multifaceted. This is a Swarovski crystal. It's 30 millimeters across, and you can see how it just absolutely sparkles. In fact, these crystals pick up any minute bit of energy and reflect it all over the place. In fact, in a very, very dark room, you will see this crystal shining as well too. You don't have to have them all this big. I have a smaller one here. Okay, this one might be better. This is a 10 millimeter. Okay, holding it close. It looks like it's really big, right? But it's only about the size of an earring for sure. So why there's a red string on this is, well, crystal attracts attention. And by putting a red string on it, red is a fire color as well too. So it's kind of doubling the energy vibe that's on this. So when you see a lot of these in people's homes with the red string, they're trying to vibrate everything. They want to draw attention. And you'll find if you put them in the window, you're going to get rainbows all over the house. And I just love them. I've got them all over the place. When I was in Vancouver, it was so dark and dreary and overcast, and there was very few times in the day that I could get a rainbow in the house. And this it's much better for me to be in a different house here in Ontario where I get rainbows all the time. So another way you can do that, my husband doesn't like the red string. It feels weird, but he's okay if it's hung on a clear, kind of a fishing line type string. So if you were going to use something clear like the fishing rod type thing, when you tie that knot at the top, fishing rod's pretty slippery. So put a little flame, little match or something, just real quick, and let it fuse together so you won't drop your crystal and break it. Okay? So these Swarovski crystals are about $30 for a 30 millimeter crystal. Okay, so that's about right. About $22 for a 20 millimeter crystal. So that tells you where they're at. But you don't have to buy the fancy Swarovskis. They are the best ones, of course, with the most lead in them. But if you get one about half that price, you'll know that they are glass, plainer glass with less lead in them too, but you can still get rainbows in your house to do that. And you can go on Amazon. I send a lot of people there for accessories, particularly if they're buying a whole bunch of stuff. And you can hang them all over your place. I'll get to that in a few minutes. But you can buy them. You can buy them in groups of 3. You can get a whole tray if you want. There's all kinds of fun things that you can find on that. And so by having that extra energy pulse in your room, in your house, again, going back to those first lessons that we talked about, raising the bar, bringing that energy vibe into the home. That's very easy to do with these crystals. Another one I want to show you today. Here's a little tiny one in more of a pear shape. Here, this one's kind of cute. Yeah, that one works well in the windows as well too. And then this one here, I got a little more decorative. This is in the kitchen. I just took it down a few minutes ago. Again, it's still got the requisite feng shui crystal, the round one here. And it's got some other little interesting things here too with the tree of life. The tree of life as well too. You can hang them in the doorway, a little bit off to the side so nobody gets their head gets it knocked into the head. But when you do hang these on the wall, on the window, hang them down as far as you can do that, because sometimes the sun's a little bit lower and you want to catch that. You don't want it to be hiding under the eaves, so you really, really want the sun to come pick that up. And I'm sure you've seen those round stickies you can put right on the window. And make sure it's a good sturdy one. If it's a heavier crystal, put a heavier hook on, because you don't want that to drop and break on the floor after you've paid for it. Okay, so there's lots of things you can do with the crystals. So taking that one step farther, you'll notice that your entranceway, there's a lot of people and a lot of homes that they have a crystal chandelier in the front entranceway. And it's brilliant because that's exactly what that mouth of chi needs. All this stuff coming into the house brings opportunities into your life, to your bank account, to your relationships. Okay, so that's what we want to do. We want to bring in that entranceway. Remember we talked about that being an entrance when you come in? Bring a crystal into that area if you don't have one already. Here, again, I'm going to show you. You can hang one of these at the bottom of the stairs near there. You can hang one of these into an existing light fixture that's up there. You can hang a bunch of small ones too. That works really well. You can hang one over the dining room table on the chandelier as well too. You can hang these anywhere that you want. And again, make sure it's okay with your other half. Always check these things because that your environment affects you and your choices and your partner. So you want to make sure you're all on the same page. Like I said, my husband doesn't like the red string. It bugs him somehow, but he's okay with me putting a crystal outside the doorway of his office and of course my office as well too. So hang on to these crystals. One last use for crystals, you can use them when you're dowsing. Remember a week ago or so we did body dowsing and how that energy works in your body here. Once you get into some energy work, you can use these crystals. You can use these crystals here. You can use these crystals here for your yes and no verification when you're doing some of your energy work. So that's pretty cool. So I'm Kathryn Wilking. If you enjoyed this show today, please feel free to share it with a friend. And remember, you too can have a feng shui day every single day. I'll see you next week. Okay, bye for now.